Good morning everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So the US markets are looking relatively strong this morning, and we've had a pin bar and then an engulfing bar. I'm still a little bit hesitant with the DAX just because of the sideways motion of the last actually 4 months to be honest. So it started back here in November. I had a bit of a volatile month in December with the holidays, and then it's sideways to down, sideways to down. Now the question at the moment is, are we getting this move now? So we've gone sideways, down, then we came up, sideways, down, and now we've got a signal here, which is indicating there is something, there's potentially something moving to the upside. So I really would prefer, some structure like this, but anyway, the volatility is obviously here to stay. So let's just have a look, see if there is anything that we can look at. So remember, the trend on this is up, so I'm looking for opportunities to buy. I'm not looking for opportunities to sell. The overall trend is up. If I look at the 3 hour at the moment, we're above and below the moving average. Nothing really transpiring. One thing we do have though is a fairly decent breakout of a trend line, and that was pretty much a channel. So we've broken the channel to the upside, we've broken a bear channel to the upside, which is the not the preferred direction, but it is the most logical direction, because that is a 75% probability that it's going to continue to the upside. Breaks the downside in a bear channel, you've only got a 25% probability of moving the upside. So I think for me at the moment, we need to pay attention to probably 4,000 again, I would assume. 14,000, so we are at 14,000. We just closed above at 14,011. That's the line in the sand again, and as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, we break it, below it, we break it, we come below it, and we keep finding resistance here. So resistance seems to be the bigger play. You can see, looking back into the past, you can see how the rejection is. So ideally what we're waiting for is a break above it and then a hold. We're looking for something like what happened here late in the week, but we want it to hold and continue. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see it come and test it once or twice as well. So for me, I think if you're reading between the lines, I'm probably still sit on hands, wait and see whether we can gain 1400 and get past it. I'm not entirely convinced that we're just going to fly past it on a whim right now. So on the hour, you can see moving averages as well are fairly flat. We're starting to get a crossover. Could be the start of a tight bull channel, very possible. But for me at the moment, sit on hands. Sorry guys, I know it's been sit on hands for pretty much the whole month on this, but I'm only trading with a trend. The trend is up, and there are no real buying opportunities at the moment. Not until we clear 1400 in my mind. We need to clear 1400, and we need to find support there. If we can find support here, then we have a very decent opportunity. So for me, if you're looking intraday, so looking at the 15-minute, you can see we had the move from the open, broke through. I suppose there was a fairly decent opportunity off a trend line, and also off that retest of the 155 EMA oscillators group to the downside. So that was actually a fairly good opportunity to get in on this. But that was, let's see what time that was. More than likely, I switched to the US markets already. So this section here, there was nothing really. It was a double top. In my mind, it was probably coming back down here. But then just before the US Open, we had this bit of consolidation here, off some structure, and then I moved the upside. But it wasn't much. It was about 100. Well, it wouldn't have been 100 points because you only got in above the breaks, but probably about 80 points worth. So there was some structure there on the 50-minute. So let's just see if we can maintain that. What I do want to do here is just bring this level here, and then we need another one just to come down a bit further. Okay, so just looking, I'm doing this on the 15 minutes for a reason. So we've got the channel, we have some structure here. So 13,995, and we're a little bit more structure down at 13,975. So that's kind of the two areas that you're looking to buy in. Now, bear one thing in mind, it is a bull channel. A break below this bull channel, there is a 75% probability of it continuing and coming down to the bottom here. Okay, so just bear that in mind. But it obviously needs to break and retest, and then you'll get it moving down. So just keep that in mind. So if it does hold this, there is an opportunity. If it does break below, just be wary, switch to your higher time frames and look for structure. And unfortunately on the higher time frames there's not much structure. So higher time frames, I'll be looking at the hour. So you can see the opportunities aren't really that strong, and for me they need to be a lot stronger than what they are at the moment. Okay, so even if you get back into if you start watching the 5 minute this morning, you can see we close off in a range. So if it pulls back, find some structure and then rallies, or alternatively it's just going to range here like this and then explode. So you can also watch the range. Now there is a strategy which is sort of based on the opening range. So it's the first hour of trading. So you can take the first hour of pre-market trading. So that's 9 o'clock German time to 10 o'clock when, well, sorry, that's my local time. So it'll be 8 to 9 German time, the European time. And that forms your range, draw a block around it. Break to the downside, I would ignore. I'd look for structure based on the height of the range, and that would I'd be looking to get long. A break to the upside, I'd be looking for to take the long and then put the stop below this range here. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. This 1400 is very, very, very critical at the moment. So we're either going to break above. I do like the price action on the 5 and the 15 minute here, because it is a range on the level. So it's basically swinging above and below the level. That's always an indication that the buyers are holding at the moment. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today on the DAX. Relatively still confused, but it is looking like we're looking for something to happen shortly. We just need to be patient, a little bit more patient I suppose, and it should start triggering some decent setups for us. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.